You know, I tell you what, being a dad has been pretty cool so far, and I got another one coming around the corner. Actually, almost literally. What? Hey! Look at that. Literally around the corner. Who would have thought? You say hi. Isn't that pretty great? Okay, but you can't touch the mic. No. No, you don't do it. Yeah. You know, I haven't made a video in a while because I've been doing a lot of other things. No one gives a hoot at all. But what I did want to talk about is... Yeah, okay, I forgot this is how this goes. Yep. Here, go play with my phone. Go be an iPad kid. Is that how you raise kids? But I wanted to talk about the idea of having too many YouTube channels. Might have mentioned this before, but I've been making... Oh. Never mind, she's gonna do this next segment. All right, here, do the segment. Let me get the mic for you. Here you go. Let me take the phone. All right, now go ahead and tell the viewers what you're thinking. You know, you don't eat it. That's very good, honey. Very good. But over the years, I've been making videos for about, well, 15 years. So that's a lot of over the years to go through. And through it all, like, I'm not going to pretend that it wouldn't be the most amazing thing to be able to do content creation full time. I did it for a little bit and it was amazing, but I just didn't get enough success to be able to I didn't bow, but I couldn't keep it sustainable. But it brought up one of the ideas that I continue to struggle with. Now, before I wanted to make videos as a full-time deal, like have that even be a concept of a dream, I wanted to make a lot of videos. I didn't know that YouTube was a career path that you could actually take. I just genuinely enjoy making videos for the love of it. I would do it a lot as a kid, and I continued to do it. What is you with you in finding the noisiest things? You're gonna fall off. Oh no, you're falling off. This is parenting in a nutshell. Oh, she's gonna be so screwed when she gets older. That's what I'm saying. You wanna go down and look for that? Here, go down and look for that for a second. Whee! Broken legs. Over the years, I've probably invested into 6 or 7 different YouTube channels, and all of them to a somewhat serious level. Now, there's probably been about 3 or 4 that I've done at a very serious level. 2 of them especially that I took quite seriously and was able to get to the point where both of them were monetized. One of them got up to 50,000 subscribers. Another one subtly changes or hovers around the 7,000 subscriber mark, but that one actually I've been able to do quite well with some certain aspects. The point is that I make a lot of videos for a lot of different channels, and one of the things that I struggle with all the time is determining whether or not it's worth it to try to go whole hog on one single channel. And the problem that I run into is that for as much as I want to stick with just one channel, I just love making videos. And so the problem for me is that I can't limit myself to one single thing, because the enjoyment of making videos outweighs the potential possibility of being able to do this full time, for better or worse. Because it's one of those things where you sit around and you wonder, what is the actual chance that this actually works out? What would life look like? How awesome would that be? I'm gonna be with her every day. Not distracting me, would you? Would you ever distract me? No. Anyway, but there's a saying of, would you rather be a jack of all trades and a master of none? That's not, well, part of that's a saying. I didn't quite get that correctly. The point being is that for as much as I wish I could just settle with one channel, I have the realization that it would be very, very difficult to, for better or worse. I've accepted a lot of the consequences, which are the facts that there's a very, very high chance that I'll never be able to make it full time on YouTube. And it is what it is at the end of the day. I've been able to make a good amount of money on the side, not enough to have a career, but just a little side income money to be able to enjoy some of the profits of what YouTube could show. But at the same time, I make videos right, left, and central for anything and everything that I find enjoyable. This channel, as I mentioned, was an exercise to try and stay consistent, and that didn't go so well. It actually went pretty well up until... Hello. I had requests to make for a video for a different channel that a lot of comments had been asking for, and I did that. But that video took 3 months to make. It took a long time. Honestly, that was actually what I was working on from February up until early May, mid-May, and then now I'm just finally starting to get back in the groove of... Yeah, here, catch. So with this video, I wanted to bring that question to you to see what you determine to be more valuable. I know there's a lot of... YouTube's been commodified. I don't remember the exact way to pronounce that word, but you know what I mean. The point is that most of YouTube has become transactional in terms of content creation. It's very hard for someone to make a video just for the fun of making a video. Now, it's not that people don't do that and people don't upload things for fun, but every single person, including myself, has the hope and desire that whatever one video they make is going to somehow pop off to a degree that allows them to get them that opportunity to do content creation full time. Because as someone who did do it full time for a short period of my life, it opens up a whole lot of doors. I first got excited about doing content creation full time with the idea or the goal and the dreams that I'd be able to have more time to do things that I was interested in. I had a lot of volunteering, all right then. I have a whole lot of things that I volunteer for and I would spend my time for, and it's really great. And when I was doing YouTube, I had those time slots open to be able to do that, while at the same time being able to do YouTube at an extent where I was working 10 to 12 hours a day. I was just able to move those hours around where I could say, I'm gonna work from this point, I need to do something from 2 to 5 o'clock, and then I can come back and work when I'm home. And it was awesome. And now that I'm married with Ann Kid and Ann Other Kid coming this month to a theater near you, that time just isn't available. I've had to cut out probably 5 to 7 things that I do on a weekly basis. That's probably a little bit exaggeratory, but it's at bare minimum 4, probably around 4 to 6 if we're being realistic. But the point is that a lot has changed because of my life, and none of it is bad. This little munchkin gremlin, whatever you want to call her, she's the greatest thing in the world. And I got Greatest Thing Part 2 on their way. And it's fantastic. Wouldn't trade it for the world. But it does beg the question of, with the limited amount of time, do you spend that time trying to make whatever video makes you happy in hopes that one of them happens to pop off on a channel that you know you probably aren't going to be able to consistently upload to? Or do you stop and say, hey, I am going to only do one channel and that is it? And that was partly what this channel was made for, was, hey, this is not going to be fantastic videos, but it's something that is sustainable. I will be able to make these videos. Oh, put those back. That's my Dr. Pepper fridge, if you couldn't tell. But could I make videos on this channel at a sustainable rate where it doesn't take an inordinate amount of time? Leave those in. Leave those in. They stay in. They stay in. But could I make videos at a sustainable rate in a way that doesn't take doesn't take a long time to record them in terms of hours to days to weeks plus script writing and beyond? Could I churn something out at a way where I feel like I can develop the quality over time, but at the same time, most importantly, get something out there so I'm not sitting 3, 5, 6 months to a year to 4 years sometimes on some channels between uploads. So again, I want to ask you guys this question. Is it worth it to be able to have multiple channels for the sake of enjoying content creation? But if you have that side goal and the side hope and any semblance of it all to say, hey, I want to be able to do this full time, should you, in good conscience and trying to optimize your efforts, say, I'm going to limit myself down to one channel and just focus on that one channel? It will drastically limit your creative ability. Like, for example, I have this channel. I had a video or a channel where I worked on cars. I had a channel where I did Minecraft gaming because I like Minecraft. And then you could even count other channels where I would do gameplay, and then another one with video essays, and then another one where you can even count the one where I make highlight videos for my football team, which that one doesn't really count, but it still takes up time because it's still video editing. It's a question I want to know your opinion on as well. I think, at least in my perspective, for where I'm at, I have the white whale of being able to do YouTube full time, but I have a tough time giving up multiple things, especially the problem when I see a semblance of success in each area. This channel, I see success in terms of growth at a sustainable rate where I don't ever see this being like a million subscriber channel, but one day in 5 years I might get to 10K and that'd be kind of cool. And then I could sustainably upload videos and get a little bit of more stable income. I have other channels where I put out a video and it got 20,000 views, even though I hadn't uploaded in over a year, and the channel had 7,000 subscribers, but I knew it was good content and I averaged over 12 minutes of runtime on that video and it did really well. But it took 4 months to make the video. It was far more rewarding, but at the same time, wasn't worth it. And then I have other channels that I have a hobby that I drastically enjoy, but that hobby is expensive. It's working on cars. And those videos can be difficult and frustrating to put out at a timely manner because I just don't have the ability to produce something of quality in a weekly basis, but I genuinely enjoy it as a hobby sometimes. Sometimes it's a pain in the half. And then other times I like gaming, but that takes 2+ hours, and sometimes things may go horribly wrong and it may all be a waste. And you'd have to coordinate with other people, and sometimes the bits work well, sometimes they try to do their own thing and it doesn't work. But what do I do? That's the question that I leave for you. I think my kid's getting in trouble again. Okay, I might have to go check on her, guys. I'll see you later.